Alright, we're going to do, will it run and not drive? Yeah, you heard me, run and not drive. Pretty sure it's been sitting, I took the tag off a long time ago. I think it was parked in 99 or 2000. Yeah, it's never going to see the roads, ever again. You'd have to build a truck, a complete truck around the motor. Yeah, it's that bad. But let's take a peek. It is a 79 Chevy half-ton four-wheel drive. Was half-ton. It is now, as you can see, 3/4 ton front axle and invisible rear axle. But yeah, I used to have a 14 bolt in the back. But it is hatefully rotted. It's so bad. I mean the body lines on this thing are perfect. I mean, look at that gap. You know, you come down here, and yeah, it just overlaps the fender, so you don't need a gap there. Then over here you got, you can stick, your whole mitt kind of in that one. But fender, there is no inner fenders. You touched on it, it was like poof, dust in the wind. It just, they were gone. And the hood looks good until you open it. We'll get there in a minute. But the front axle, it is rusted up, and it's so bad that the shock mounts on it are broken off both sides. Yeah, it's awesome. Then back here, you got some severe weight reduction. And I was told, I think this thing rolled up on its side in a field a long time ago. That's why there's, tons of body and Bondo in here covering all this up. But I'm assuming that's how it ended up with the flatbed. I probably mashed that other bed clear to pieces. So they put the flatbed on, and I guess the bottom of it rotted out, and they stuck this big piece of metal in there, which I'll use for something, maybe a table. No, that's not the rear end that was in it. It's a newer truck. But the bed is the only thing holding this whole thing is one piece. This frame, it's got severe weight reduction in it. It's got one leaf spring. Mount looks good. And, there ain't much left there either. See what's on this other side for some weight reduction. I don't remember. I think it's got some severe reduction. Oh yeah, look at that. That's like all kinds of numb right there. Somebody's just like chop. Yeah. I say if it's going to break, it's going to be right there. So I can't even put a rear end under this thing if I wanted to, really, because that's just going to break clear off. But then in here we got more weight reduction. You don't need, who needs floors? You don't need them. Yeah, you don't need floors. And what we got up here, I think there's some more up in the ceiling on this one. I've just never seen holes in the ceiling. Yeah, look at that. Numb. Yeah, it's probably the worst square body I've ever seen myself. But it's so rusted, it won't even come out of park. This is a tilt wheel truck. Tilt wheel. It's got the ACs, power windows, and manual locks. Automatic. I think it is a turbo 350 with a 205 transfer case. Look at that. Oh no, it didn't shut. But look at these body lines again. I mean, just perfect. It needs to go to SEMA. That's where this thing needs to go. Some more weight reduction. I had a plow on it, which is, it works. See that? It does plow stuff. The grill in it was kind of like an aftermarket metal, thin metal stuff, and I touched it and it was like poof, gone instantly. So I don't know where it went, just poof, gone. Then we got, this gap here is not too bad. Let's see if I get this door open. Oh yeah, there's some more weight reduction. And this side, yeah, it looks gooder, real gooder. Alright, let's pop the hood. Oh yeah, it's popped because it won't shut. Because the front clip is separating from the other half of the truck. And the frame is separating from this front half of the frame. Yeah, this is good stuff under here. You know, it's got really severe weight reduction under here also. And I don't even know how. This hood has not tacoed yet. The thing I could figure out, these springs were oiled up. Freaking awesome. So that's the thing if I can figure out why this hood hasn't tacoed. But yeah, there's your inner fender's firewall. I imagine if I poke around in there, I'll find a hole in that. And here's this inner fender. It's completely gone. Battery tray. And I want to say, okay, yeah, this thing had dual batteries. This thing's got a massive radiator in it. It might have had a big block years ago, and then they switched it to a little small block, 350. It says 350 right there. And we're going to see if we can get this thing to run, because I want to save on that and maybe the tranny. I know the tranny's not going to work because the shifter won't move. Because it's probably rusted all down in there somewheres. But it's artwork. But it is grooviness. So let's see if we can get this to run, and definitely not use the original tank because there's no way. It's probably got water in it. See if we can get it to run for a little bit, get some heats going through it. Yeah. Yeah, let me get some tools. Oakley dokley peeps, I have a battery in it. It's got, you know, the go handle, and I guess we're going to do a fire check because this thing, it's hard to tell what's chewed up in it. Okay, so far so good. I don't know if this works. Looks like I don't have no power in the truck. Hard to tell with this thing. Let's try some headlights. Anything in here? I don't think we got juice yet. But anyway, I'll check out here in a minute. What I did a, we have, you know, our fuel cell down here, kerosene can. I ran the fuel line into it and the return line into it. So hopefully if it does dump it back out, it goes back into there and not back into the completely total garbage gas tank. I turned it over by hand a few times. What you want to do is, like, you want to turn either the fan or the crank pulley. It was turning. I got, I don't know, a couple turns out of the hole. You know, can't do that with one hand, but I turned it over a few times. You want to do that several times there, so make sure nothing is stuck. Probably should have stuck some oil in the cylinders because it's been sitting for a while. It turned over all right, so that should be fine. So you're going to do that, and you want to check for any kind of sparks and fires when you hook the battery up. I'll have to find out why I'm not getting juice in there, but could be because of these two. I shouldn't need them hooked up. But, you know, there's hardly any grounds left on this truck because there's nothing left. But, oh, we got to check the oils. What's our oil, our dinosaurs look like? Looks full. Smell it? Smells like oil, probably a little bit of gas. Good enough to start. I got gas in this little can here with, you know, some, I guess, some transmission oil slip stuff in there at the bottom. But let me see why I don't have juice anywhere, and I'll get back to you. Alright, I do have powers. Watch this. This is crazy. Turn the key. This window actually works. Well, it's a little rusty in the door probably, but yeah, that's pretty cool, and it does turn over and stuff. So, get the air cleaner lid off and dump some fuel down into the toilet bowl over there. Alright, I got some fuel dumped down in it. Let's see if it fires. Smoky. Gotta find out what that noise is underneath of it. It's kind of banging. Looks like it's in the engine, so give me a minute. Alright, found what the noise is. Yeah, car started off a little smoky out here. Yeah, it fires. A little smoky. Got a lot of oil over the years on the manifolds. And the exhaust has probably got mouse houses in it, so that's probably why I see smoky back air. So I might have to cut the exhaust off to see, make sure, you know, because it's actually coming out the mufflers back there somehow, but just to make sure that don't catch fire. But yeah, I'd like to get this run for a little bit, get some heat through it, and see what she does. But it does have oil pieces. It's got shoots up to 60 pounds, and it is charging. I don't know if the temps works, but yeah, this one works and the oil works. Speedo actually works too, because somehow it's in park. You know, you can see it's in park, but it's in drive somehow, or reverse, because the drive shaft, well, what's left of the drive shaft, you've seen it, it's spinning, and the needle's running about 5 miles an hour. So I don't know, maybe it rusted in drive or broke in drive, and that's why it's parked, I don't know. But that's cool. So I'll take her with this a little bit more here, and like I said, I'd like to get some heat through it, but I gotta get all that stuff burned off the exhaust manifolds. There's a lot of guck. Yes, guck on them. But it does have some green stuff in the radiator, so yeah, that's good. Super green looking, old school antifreeze. You don't see it like that anymore. All right, let me might go get a fire extinguisher just in case. You never know. Safety first. But yeah, this thing is somehow idling by itself. It's pulling its own fuel through the fuel pump, and then it revs. You give it the rip'ems. So the accelerator pump's working. Too bad we can't go nowhere, because you know. there's no rear end. And the front drive shaft's unbolted from the front. I mean, we could always cut it back there and hook that up and drive front wheel drive, but I don't think so. I don't feel like doing all that. But yeah, I got some heat through it. The rad's already hot. I hadn't ran it that long, so maybe the thermostat's stuck wide open. And I found out why the temperatures don't work, because it was never hooked up. And there ain't nowhere to plug it in. It should have been there or somewhere, but no one ever put the plug in. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this truck possibly was a big block years ago. Probably talking 90s, man. The 90s. But I don't know, so I don't know how hot it's getting at all. So I can't find anywhere to plug that in. So if I fire back up, yeah, you could just give it the rip'ems if you like it. It takes it. Hold on. Light works. Sits there and purrs like it was shut off yesterday. Yeah, pretty cool, ain't it? We'll let it run a little more, get some heat through it, burn all this stuff off. Then catch you in a minute. Hey, check this out. I got this whole window to go down and back up. That's amazing. Air side, nothing. Nothing at all. That's pretty neat. After 20 plus years of sitting, that window works. Well, it runs, won't drive. There it be. Not a smoky anymore. It burned all that off there, whatever the exhaust burn out. A little bit of engine smoke, but you know, it's been sitting for what, maybe 23 years? But I never checked the training fluid. Let's look at it, see if there's anything in it. Maybe there's not. Maybe there is. Maybe there not is. Maybe it's full of rust. Yeah, barely on there. Smells like tranny fluid, so it's good to go a million miles. Let's see if there's any brake juice. That'd be amazing if there was. It's not looking good. Yeah, look at that, num num num. Yeah, num num num. That is gone. I think that cap is about rusted clear through. Yeah. Cool. Where was the power steering fluid? Yeah, it don't look like it, but it wasn't whining. Huh. Don't see no leaks. I don't know. See if I could see anything from up here. Can you see anything down in there? Let me know. Can't tell. But so far there's no leaks anywhere, and I imagine if I let it run for a little while longer, you know, it's gonna, something's bound to leak. But I think that's gonna do it for the first run and not drive. I don't know if it's the first run not drive. I don't know. You have to look it up. No idea. I never looked it up. But yeah, I'm going to take this one apart, save as much of it as I can, because every piece on a square body is like gold. Yes. Save everything. Even some of the bad stuff, save it. You might be able to use it for something. Don't know, it might get you off a jam. Because everything, this is like a gold nugget sitting here. Don't know why. Just is. Several years ago, you couldn't give these things away. Don't know what happened. But yeah, I'm going to be somehow tearing this apart. I'm not sure if the Sawzall, cutoff wheel. I mean, the bodies is not even really on the frame anymore because the cab is maybe shifted. The rad is not bolted. You know, it's not, I don't think it's even bolted anymore. I might be able to lift the front clip off of it. But yeah, I'm going to save as much as possible. Engine, trans. It does have a 205 transfer case, which is pretty cool. Yeah, that's where this is heading. Save it all. If I had a way to pick this up and just move it, I'd just leave it as it sits somewhere else, but I don't have any equipment. So I gotta blow it apart. Unfortunately. I'll save as much as I can, trust me. But today's word is gonna be guck. Yeah, lots of guck. Well, I guess that's gonna do it for this time. Catch you on the next episode.